Okay, if you've been living under a rock, noted YouTuber, former NFL athlete, and ESPN host Shannon Sharp is in the midst of a big SEX scandal, $50 million lawsuit. He tried to settle it for $10 million. He's 56. He's African American. The girl who he supposedly met when she was 19, she's white. There's all these text messages, some of which are like sex, race play, and blah, blah, blah. So it's got all the little hot button things that the low end of American society finds titillating. But it's also right on the borderline of crime. It exists at the edge of the scammer world, which I'm very interested in. You know, people are obsessed with gangsters and tough guys and drug dealers, but selling drugs, robbing people, that's a small chunk of all the money generated by crime. Do you know that counterfeit goods generate 5-6 times more money than dope, than hard drugs? And fraud of all sorts is even bigger than that. Fraud is the biggest crime that there is. And in America, which has become the home of the addicted and the land of the litigated, litigation means lawsuit, means court, many people seem to be playing the lawsuit lottery. And this girl who, so I guess Shannon met her in the gym. She was 19, he was 50. Listen, people can do whatever. They're adults. And of course, if, whatever, so she's claiming like so many of these cases with celebrity males, these women are with them. Like, they're saying he raped me, but then they had a relationship with him, right? Shannon Sharp isn't accused of hiding in a stairwell or some bushes and jumping out and grabbing her. Just like Harvey Weinstein or a lot of these people, they had ongoing relationships, and the women say, oh, well, I was intimidated into it. How are you intimidated by someone 1,000 miles away? So Shannon, in an effort to, so she's suing him for $50 million, saying he raped her. But there's no criminal charges. Her lawyer is Tony Busby. Tony Busby has become the Benjamin Crump of SEX cases. Tony Busby just got kind of disgraced by letting that fake Jane Doe, who claimed she was 13 when Jay-Z and Diddy passed her around, and then that quickly ran out of court, and Jay-Z is, I'm pretty sure, pursuing maybe something with the bar against him. If a lawyer gets enough, listen, one as an aside, if you ever have a bad experience with a lawyer, people that are licensed by the state, doctors, lawyers, you should complain. You should file formal complaints, and maybe, because you have a responsibility as a citizen, because lawyers, doctors are allowed to do things that the rest of us are not, because they went to school, they took a test, the state has licensed them. Now, maybe your complaint won't get the lawyer disbarred, but you're one on the record. So now when that second and third person does it, they're out of there. So if you're not going to, never let yourself be a victim. Do something about, whether you handle it in the street or handle it in court, handle it somewhere, do something. But anyways, so Tony Busby also has that class action against Diddy, where there's 80 people saying Diddy raped him or whatever. So he's definitely an ambulance chaser. But Tony Busby, the lawyer, again, representing the young snow bunny, as Dr. Umar would call her, that's going after Shay. He did also represent the 23 of the 24 women that claimed Deshaun Watson, of the quarterback, is that his name? He had all those charges from he was doing inappropriate things during massages. He paid out on 23 of the cases. Now, there's NDAs and all that. It's hard to believe these celebrities do this and people think, well, or, maybe you think this guy's handsome or he has money and he can do this and that. But it really has nothing to do with that. It's a disorder. I mean, there's several. Who is that? Darren Sharper? He was literally drugging and graping. I hope I'm not saying anybody's name wrong, but that NFL player a couple years back was convicted of that. So people do have that disorder. But Shannon and this woman were in this multi-year relationship. So Shannon struck back Mr. Sharp by sending out or releasing some of the text messages they had exchanged over the years, like, I want you to put a dog collar around me, which is not as uncommon. A lot of women like that, or belt around their neck. She sent him a picture with a woman tied up to a bed. I want you to tie me up and F me like this. So he released these. Then the race play, I want you to put a big black baby in me. Now that's where it gets interesting and where the scamming slicksterness of these women come into play, because that type of text is designed to make him feel masculine or whatever game they're playing. But of course, he's also a guy that if you have a baby by, you're set for life. I mean, you're not going to get millions of dollars, but bitches like that, if they can get $7-8 grand a month and never have to work and watch TV, get fat, smoke weed, pop Oxycontin, they straight. Like, that's their goal. I found that from being in LA. It's kind of disappointing to find that all these shady people in LA, all they really want is a permanent couch of their own, food in the refrigerator, and it's pronounced refrigerator, not refrigerator. They want a couch of their own, the cable never to be cut off, food in the refrigerator, marijuana's always around, whatever their favorite flavor of blunt wrapping is available at the nearest 7-Eleven, liquor store, gas station, what may have you, or maybe they're into Fronta Leaf. What else do they want? And to just not to work. Go shopping sometimes, but they really don't care. Oh, Grubhub. They want Uber Eats and Grubhub. So if they got weed, food being delivered, the TV's on, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to take their spot on the couch or the futon. That's all they want. And having a baby with a rich guy will get you that. So now she's publicly humiliating herself with the hopes of getting some money, but she doesn't care. Women stand out on streets and get in the cars. And as we know, there's no shame left in America because the president don't even have any. So, but that's another story.